Curious how all of the noise from the economy to policy changes is really impacting real estate right now? Stay tuned. Thanks for watching this week's video. I'm Shirley with Shirley's Real Estate Group, John L. Scott, and this is the BS Real Estate Show, buying and selling real estate, that is. We've got a lot to cover. Spring is in full swing here, and there's a ton happening right now that impacts both buyers and sellers. From shifting market dynamics to national headlines like tariffs and economic updates, it's all connected to real estate, and I'm here to break it down for you. So let's jump right in. Let's start here with a quote from Groundwork Collective. What you need to keep an economy chugging is business investing. If people are apprehensive about whether their jobs are going to go away or whether there are going to be more layoffs in the future, you're going to start to see a pullback on spending. January saw a dip in consumer spending, which is the first decline in nearly 2 years. And that got people asking, are we headed towards a recession? We're also keeping a close eye on inflation, the job market, and yes, tariffs. All of these factors play a role in today's housing and economic landscape. According to chief economist Mark says the risk of a U.S. recession starting in the coming year are uncomfortably high and rising. I'd put them at 35%, up from 15% at the start of the year. Now, I'm not here to make a bold claim one way or the other about whether we're headed into a recession. I get it. You're hearing all of the headlines and it's creating a lot of uncertainty. Right now, the headlines are doing more to terrify people than to clarify what's really going on. And that's where I come in. As your real estate professional, my job is to be the calm voice of reason, the one offering facts, not fears. Lately, headlines have been popping up everywhere, designed to spark fear. Indicators at levels not seen since the Great Recession. Recession will destroy homeowners. The housing market looks like 2008. Even recent claims like Patrick Bet-David said, all of these Americans are behind on their mortgage, the highest in 20 years. Sounds alarming until you read the fine print. That report was about multifamily loans, not single-family homeowners. Big difference. But here's the deal. The goal of most headlines isn't to inform, it's to grab attention and sell ads. And that kind of noise makes consumers freeze. They see a slowing economy and think now's not the time to buy a home. Let's talk about what happens to home prices during a recession. If you look back at the last 6 U.S. recessions since the 1980s, home prices went up in 4 of them. They dipped slightly in the early 90s, but what most people remember is 2008, when prices dropped nearly 20%. Here's the truth. 2008 was the exception, not the rule, and we haven't seen anything like it since. Now, fast forward to 2021 and 2022, real estate was hot. Prices surged and then cooled off as mortgage rates climbed. Now, with the talk of a slowing economy, some people assume we're headed for another crash, but today's market is very different. Urban Institute Lori says this, a lot of people have this idea that home prices fall during recessionary periods, but there's not much of a connection between home prices and recessionary periods other than, of course, the great financial crisis of 2008. Historically, a recession meant falling mortgage rates, and the last 6 recessions prove it. Every single time rates drop, sometimes significantly. And what we've seen recently, mortgage rates have started to come down again since the start of the year. There's a lot of uncertainty out there between inflation, the job market, global events, and the talk of a slowdown. Volatility is part of this ride. It's like a roller coaster. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle. But here's what really matters. Facts over fear. Understanding the data will help you make smart, confident decisions, not ones based on headlines or hype. So question, are you more worried about interest rates or home prices? Let me know why. Let's connect. Drop your comments in the questions and I'll be sure to cover them in a future video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe for more real estate insights. Well, that's a wrap and I'll see you in the next video.